Today on the Philly Talk podcast, we got to slide over to the Philadelphia 76ers, who just got hit with a Woj bomb. Breaking news, Sixers guard James Harden is picking up his $35.6 million option, but it's to be traded.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking Sixers in the bird gang, that's our life. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, Eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk podcast, and today we are talking Sixers. But before we do that, Sixer Nation, help your boy out and hit that like button, subscribe if you are new, and ding the bell so you know when we go live, drop videos, all that good stuff. We will be doing the live play-by-play for the Sixers, more than we did last year. But again, breaking news, James Harden opts in on his $35.6 million option, but both sides are looking to find a trade partner. ESPN says it's expected that Harden has played his last game in Philadelphia. More reports have surfaced that the Sixers didn't see James Harden in their plan for the future. And 1 year to run it back with the same team, only a different coach. I told y'all when Doc Rivers was fired that we can't stop with just Nick Nurse. I didn't think James Harden would opt in for us to trade him, which does benefit Philadelphia. Now, there's rumors that he wants to go to a competitor for a championship, but at the end of the day, as long as we get something back, that was my big worry, is that James Harden leaves, which we kind of wanted him to leave after that performance in the second round. Once again, the Sixers struggles, and it wasn't just James. It was also Joel Embiid, Doc Rivers. But again, Joel Embiid is a top 3 player in the league. I'm going to forgive him more than I forgive somebody like James Harden, who we've seen it time and time again. He wasn't the MVP like Joel Embiid. And so James Harden had to leave, but I wanted him to sign and trade, right? We didn't speak about it on here because I've been a little MIA, but I was looking at a Fred VanVleet to bring to the team. But because we are looking to now sign and trade, we got to get a guard. We got to get a ball-handling guard who can shoot, work off the pick and roll. And listen, so far, according to Woj, the Clippers and the Knicks are expected to be among the teams that will engage with the Sixers on a potential James Harden trade, sources tell ESPN. And the first thing that comes to my mind when I hear the word Clippers is PG, Paul George. He's not a point guard, but he can handle the ball. He can run the pick and roll. He can pass, he can defend, he can score at all 3 levels. And because Tyrese Maxey's still here, if you get Paul George, well, now Tyrese Maxey plays more on ball, which I like. I think on ball he can push the pace a little bit more. I think he can work wonders off the pick and roll with Joel Embiid if they don't give it to Joel Embiid. Maxey's starting to get that sweet shot from mid-range, which James Harden refused to shoot the mid-range shot. It was either 3 or layup, and guess what? That layup was not looking good last year, especially in the playoffs. He was getting blocked by people's armpits for real. So if I'm looking at the Clippers in a potential trade, I don't do it for nobody except for Paul George. Paul George has to be in a potential trade if we're looking at the Clippers. Now, the Knicks, it's interesting. Jalen Brunson. Now, the dynamic changes a little bit because Jalen Brunson, point guard, shooting guard, Tyrese Maxey, point guard, shooting guard. They're not a true shooting guard. They're not a true point guard. They're in-betweeners. So you can run your offense a couple different ways. Nick Nurse is an X and O person. But I think that Tyrese Maxey and Jalen Brunson will play off each other because they don't need the ball in their hand necessarily, but they can have it in their hand. So I think the dynamic of 2 guys where one game he's ball dominant, the next game he's ball dominant, they can play off each other. They can shoot the open mid-range, shoot the 3. I do like Jalen Brunson's old man game. Again, an old man game will go good with the likes of Joel Embiid. That pick and roll, Joel Embiid is the one who shoots the elbow jumper. But if the guard starts doing it because Embiid is pulling 2 defenders on the block, it's fantastic. Maxey can shoot that elbow jumper. Brunson can shoot that elbow jumper. PG can shoot that elbow jumper. James Harden refuses to shoot the elbow jumper. It's give it to Embiid for the jumper, give it to Embiid on the block, roll to the hoop and get blocked by an armpit, and or dribble, 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 step back 3. When James Harden is on, the Sixers win. When he stinks, we lose badly. See, Joel Embiid, when he's off, he impacts the game in so many other ways. By drawing double teams to get open shooters, by rebounding, by playing defense. James Harden is an assist. His assists never really go down, but there's times where he has way too many turnovers. But again, his scoring comes inconsistently, especially in the playoffs. We couldn't have run it back. Doc was the first one to go. James is the second, but I like the fact that we are willing to sign him to his player option. He opted in, and now we can trade him. And again, the 2 teams, Clippers, give me PG. Knicks, give me Jalen Brunson. Again, Maxey will be more on ball with Paul George. Maxey and Jalen Brunson can share on-ball duties depending who's on the court, when they are at the same time, when they're off, when they're on, who got the shot going, who got the flow of the game going, because every game is different. Teams guard you different. They do different things. The regular season is a roller coaster. But I do think Jalen Brunson, I do think PG will help this team because the fit next to Maxey and Embiid, Paul George, fit next to the 2 important players on the Sixers, Maxey and Embiid, is better than Harden. And same with Jalen Brunson's fit is better than Harden when you look at Maxey's growth and Joel Embiid being the driving force of this Sixers team. Again, James Harden still got a little gas left. I'm not trying to poo on him, but I knew that it was a means to the end. I did say that I don't want him leaving for nothing, right? We hear Tobias Harris, right? Let me play the clip now because let me play the clip. I haven't did a video on the Sixers in a minute. I tweeted this. Who we getting for him? But I did tweet the whole Tobias Harris thing, and I think it's crazy. This is what he said. Put some respect on his name, I said, laughing. If you know me, I'm not a Tobias Harris fan. Again, 15 points in the regular season, 14 points in the playoffs is cool as the 4th option if you're getting paid to be the 4th option. But if you're getting paid $40 million, you should be a second option. You're not. You should be a 3rd option. You're not. You're a 4th option. Again, his game would fit better next to a Paul George. His game would fit better next to a Jalen Brunson. James Harden is so ball dominant and so clear out that he takes away Tobias's skill set. Again, no matter who's on the court, Tobias Harris should not be costing $40 million. We could get 2 $20 million guys who can do what he does. If he's getting paid like a role player, we ain't even mad as a fan base. But listen what he said here.
Trade speculation, casual Sixers fans, they'll trade me for a crumble cookie. But at the end of the day, they have to realize, you're not getting a 6'9" forward back who can, damn near shoot 40% from 3, guard other team's best player, shoot, post-up, drive, play 70-plus games a year. Trade.
If we end up getting Paul George, we got a 6'7", 6'8" guy who can shoot the rock, play defense. Now, he probably won't play 70 games. That will be the scary part, keeping Paul George and Joel Embiid healthy. However, the second round is boring. We're not the Dallas Cowboys of the NBA. We starting to be like them. We got to get out of there. I think Nick Nurse, X and O's, Nick Nurse's usage with Joel Embiid, making him become a better passer, especially out the double team. The fact that he's a no-nonsense guy. The fact that James Harden is not just leaving us, that we're able to trade him for a possible number 2, 3 on a team. keep it Maxey. These are the steps the Sixers needed to take. Now, the trade speculation for Tobias Harris is going to continue. But again, who wants to pay $35 to $40 million for this guy? It is his last year of his contract, so it's more tradable now for teams that are looking to take on an expiring contract, try to get into that nice part of the draft. It's more tradable now, but I don't see it happening. But if it does, then Daryl Morey's digging us out and really trying to make moves to get out the second round rather than running it back with Doc Rivers and his favorite basketball player, James Harden. At least Daryl Morey understands, and he's, working with James Harden. And shout out to James Harden for doing it this way, right? Not just opting out and going to sign with somebody, opting in and say, let's work together with a trade. We're going to get something for James Harden, Nick Nurse with Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey taking another step. Who knows if Crumble Boy is going to be on his team or not? Sorry, Tobias. And the possible switcheroo for James Harden. Right now, Clippers, Knicks. Give me Jalen Brunson. Give me Paul George. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, Sixer Nation. If you don't got nothing to say, drop the muscle emoji. That is good luck. It works for the Eagles. It could work for the Sixers. Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that like button. It's free. It's easy. It don't cost a thing. Subscribe, ding the bell, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.